guys, welcome back to my channel. And I know it has been so long since I've been in a video and that you guys have actually seen me at all. Mainly because I have been moving and it's been really hard for me to get the background together, the lighting together. Like, it took me seriously 2 months just to even turn my lights on because I moved into a very small location and it's really hard for me to film. So finally I found a way that I could actually do this, and now I will be in my videos more often. Today's video is about me mixing a bunch of ingredients into the EOS or EOS lip balm, and this has been going around on YouTube for quite some time. A lot of people put different types of ingredients to kind of like remix this EOS lip balm, and I don't know like if any of these ingredients actually work. So this is my first time. Like, prior to making, basically when I made this video, I had no idea if any of this stuff will work. It's just a theory that you can put a starburst and an EOS lip balm together, but we really don't know like what my experiences would be. But like I said, everyone's experiences will be different. Some of you guys might have a much easier time to make these lip balms at home, and some of you guys might not. So I'm just going to share with you guys my experiences in trying out these lip balms and doing it at home, and then just maybe like tell you which one came out the best. So that is the whole point of this video. I'm going to try out all these methods that I have been seeing around everywhere on YouTube, and we are going to determine my personal favorite and why and stuff like that, and see if this is something that you guys might want to also kind of experiment when you're at home. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the video. So for this tutorial, you guys are going to need something to heat up your ingredients and something to hold it. I picked, these are like measuring cups that they sell at Walmart. They come in like 4 sets. They have like different sizes. So that's what I'm using, and also an old candle to actually heat up everything. Just make sure whatever you're using to hold the ingredients that it could stand the heat. And the first thing we're going to be doing is Sour Patch Kids. I heard that Sour Patch Kids are really hard to melt down, so we are going to try that today. And also, you want to just pop the ingredients of the EOS lip balm with a knife or a plastic knife and just put it in. And then if you have like anything remaining, just kind of like scoop it out or whatever. I like to kind of get as much as possible. Then I'm popping like the base out with a tweezer. I find this to be the easiest using a tweezer. You guys could use other things if you want to, but I just think that tweezers really get down into the spaces. Now here I want to show you guys, like, you see how there's like a little circle and then the other side doesn't have a circle? Okay, so the circle side goes on the bottom of the top of the EOS container. You're screwing the base to the top of the container. I just want to clarify that. And then once that is ready, it's pretty much ready to go for you to pour your ingredients in. And then make sure you don't like tighten it too much, because you will have to unscrew it off later and put it back in the bottom. Here I'm taking the Sour Patch Kids. I'm not gonna like do the whole thing because I heard that this stuff is really hard to melt down. So I'm just gonna take like half of the body and then further cut it down some more, because like I said, this stuff is probably like the hardest thing to melt out of everything. So I decided to just cut down like little pieces and then put them in with the rest of the EOS ingredients that's already inside. And then see, this is how it pretty much turns out. Like, that's pretty much the portion of everything. And then all I'm going to do is take this and put it over my candle. I find it that it's easier this way, because when I used to make, I think my first video, I used an actual pot and I put it on a stove to melt the EOS. But the problem with that is like it dries up too fast and it was hard for me to bring it over. This is actually easier because I could just like take it off of the candle and then pour it directly in. As you can see, like some of the stuff haven't melted. Even after 5 minutes, there's still some clumps inside, and that is going to happen because this stuff is very hard to melt. So whatever like little pieces I had, I just kind of scooped it inside. Me personally, I don't think that this is the best way to make an EOS lip balm, but like I said, this video is just for my experiences on testing everything out and then giving you guys my honest opinion about everything. Okay, so now it's ready to go into the refrigerator. And the next one I'm trying is actually with gummy bears. I think this one turned out pretty good. As far as melting goes, I felt like it was easier to melt, and I'm only taking half of the, well, just the top of the head of the gummy bear, and also cutting it down some more to mix it with the rest of the ingredients. And you're pretty much doing the same exact thing. You're gonna be popping the eel stuff out of the container, and you're gonna put it in your little metal thing, and then you're gonna melt it down. And I felt like the gummy bears melted pretty good, and it came out really pretty because everything fused to the top. And the next one we're working on is Starburst. This one I pick up the tropical flavors, and I'm just taking about one Starburst out. And again, like I said, I'm not using the whole thing. I'm just using a very small portion of this as well. And I'm going to cut it down. And this is also something I've been wanting to try as well, because I felt like I like Starburst, and I'm like, okay, well, Starburst and EOS, that sounds like a perfect match. Again, I'm just scooping everything out and mixing it together and putting it over my candle. As you guys can see, like the cup has gotten bigger. That's because like the set that I got, they're measuring cups, so it was like going from like a quarter cup to like half a cup to 1 cup, so that's why it looks so big. But anyway, as you guys can see, it melted pretty good. I felt like when I was making it, it was definitely better than the Sour Patch Kids. It still wasn't going to like a complete liquid form, and it wasn't melted more like the gummy bears, but it was probably like in between Sour Patch Kids and gummy bears. So for this next one, I'm using airheads. I wanted to see if like airheads would be a better match to make EOS lip balms, and plus I haven't seen anyone on YouTube make it, so I decided to make one myself. And as usual, the process repeats itself. I decided to pick an airheads cherry flavor because I really do like cherry flavor airheads, and I took just a corner off because, like I said, you don't want to put a whole bunch of candy into your EOS lip balm because they don't really melt that good, and especially because of my past experiences with the other ones. I feel like, yeah, like my expectation for this at this point is that it wasn't gonna melt, and this is the way it's gonna be from now on. But as you can see, it melted towards the back like I thought it was gonna be, and I just pour it in and wait to see if this is gonna turn out to be good. And I also put the remaining pieces down because it was not about to go down by itself, and I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator and we'll see what happens. The next one I'm doing is with the Jolly Rancher candy, but it's in like the gummy form. And I like Jolly Ranchers. I actually probably should have picked up the hard Jolly Rancher candy, but at this point it was too late. I already got the ingredients. So I just picked one green little gummy Jolly Rancher, and we'll see how that melts down. This one I actually melt the EOS first and then put the candy, and I felt like that worked just a little bit better. There's still some leftovers inside, but I felt like one, the Jolly Rancher gummy melted pretty good, and two, I think I started melting the eels first, and I think that works better. So the last one I'm working on is Kool-Aid and EOS lip balm. I felt like this one was the worst, and it took me like 3 tries to even get like a decent lip balm out. And the reason is because the Kool-Aid mixes, it needs water in order to dissolve. When you put the Kool-Aid mixes mixed in with something that's oil based, then it kind of comes out like you're burning the powder. Like it doesn't dissolve, and it looks burnt looking. And so I couldn't figure out how people actually made this happen, but for me it was just like the worst experience. As you can see, like everything just looked ugly and the color really wasn't coming out. It was crazy. This one was probably by far my least favorite method of making EOS lip balm, but like I said, everyone's experience is different, so I don't want to make any judgment on other people's videos, but for me it was the worst experience ever. So here are the 6 lip balms that I made for the video, and I want to talk about like how it feels on your lips, as well as pigmentation, as well as easiness to make. So let me just talk about like lip wise. I feel like these 3 are the smoothest one, and then these 3 are the worst ones because they feel really clumpy at the top, and you can almost like taste the candies. and this one was probably like the closest, which is the Kool-Aid one. It was the closest to what the original Eos lip balm feels like. This one was probably the best one as far as melting goes and color goes, and I would pick the Airheads one as the best. The gummy was like the easiest to melt, but the top part was a little rough, and so was the starburst, and I don't feel like anybody would want to put something that's rough on their lips. So my final conclusion is the Airhead one was the best out of the 6. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. By the way, if you guys are trying to follow me on Facebook, because some of you guys just add me as a friend, like, I will leave the link down below, because it's really hard to find my Facebook where I actually post my status. So I will leave the link down below if you guys want to follow me. And I guess that's pretty much it. Make sure you guys check out some of my other cool videos that I have on my channel. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video, and thank you so much for 16,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
Who survived? Somebody new, anyone else but you. On a lonely night was a blind